before we get started with the review of this robot here, just want to remind you guys there is merch. You can find it below, like by the description. We also have a Patreon set up, so if you're enjoying the videos, please support us that way. I say us, but I really mean me and just the robots. Really helps in bringing these videos. They're not the best videos, but I do have a lot of fans that like them, so if you guys want to help out, that's a great way to help out. Also check out BBTS, where I got this figure from. Alright, anyway, let's get started, guys. What's up, everybody? It's Charles here with Rocket Punch Army. I got a little box from BBTS, so we shall go ahead and open this box. Oh, let's get that off here. Alright, let's go ahead and open this up and see what I got. Alright, so now I have this cut open. By the way, guys, if you didn't already know, got this at BBTS. Make sure to check them out. They pretty much keep this channel alive with the stuff I buy from them. And I've worked with them years. You guys know that. Don't need to tell you that. But now they include these cool little stickers, and they're vinyl too. I tried to rip one and just to see if it was vinyl, and it is vinyl. So anyway, moving right along, we got right here, long-awaited new Chogokin, Soul of Chogokin to be exact. We have the Daitetsujin 17. So I do have, I think about 3 other reviews. I have the GD17, what's it called? The GD17 Chogokin, the regular Chogokin, which has the motorized feature. Which, if you watch that, it's a total fail. It didn't work, and I tried to fix it. It was a big mess. I also have the Action Toys one, and then I have, geez, I can't remember the other company. Doesn't matter, but the links are going to be in the description below if I didn't forget. But this is the newest one. Right off the bat, what I noticed was that the box was a hard cardboard. And I think the other ones that have been coming out, like the Spider-Man one, I forgot the name of that one. Geez, I'm getting bad. That's how long I go in between reviews. I tend to forget the Leopardon. So I think that might have come with the boxes. I know a lot of the new ones. Anyway, I'm blabbing again. I swore to myself I wouldn't do that. But yeah, thick, nice cardboard. This is how all their stuff should come in. Tired of getting like those big boxes where it's like a big toy. It's my daughter's wig hair. She does cosplay. Anyway, I'm tired of getting those big boxes where like the box is super flimsy. I hate that. Look at this. This one's small, which would be fine with a flimsy box, and they got a nice thick cardboard. Unfortunately, it doesn't have styrofoam, so I understand. I'm not going to get into it with the whole ordeal with the planet and stuff like that and recycling, but it is nice, especially for us collectors who keep stuff in the box, you know, to have the styrofoam. It's just a pleasurable, tactile kind of thing. But whatever, we got it here in a clamshell. It is tiny. I really thought it would take up at least most of the length of the box. I haven't watched any prior reviews on this, so I don't know what to expect. What I can tell you is that guy is super expensive for its size. I don't think any of the other ones I bought were anywhere near this price, which is about $215. I would suggest going over to BBTS, check it out. It may be worth it. I don't know. I'm just not used to paying so much. Well, I say that, but I'm such a liar. I'm totally very aware of having paid a lot for lesser things. But here is the instructions. Like, they don't even care. They just shove it in there. Who cares if it gets folded? Yeah, so that's that. Let's get this clamshell open. It's not even any tape, which is fine. I'm fine with not having tape on the side because I always end up cutting that off anyway. I'm just going to set that off to the side so I don't get any wig hair on it from the floor. And wow, it actually is pretty hefty. The GD17 Chogokin is actually very light. It's a Chogokin, the regular series, the GX series. Not the GX, the GD series. But only the feet were metal. Just check out the reviews, you'll see what I mean. But this guy seems to have more metal than the other ones. So, but it feels really nice. So, yeah, it does feel like a hefty or expensive figure, which is good. Check out some accessories. We got this right here. Not exactly sure what it is. Never really watched the show. I know some of you guys hate that when I don't watch the show, but really, I like the designs. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to watch the series to enjoy a design of a robot. But here's a little tank guy. Let me zoom with my macro lens. Actually, all I got to do for that is take this lens off. I'm making you guys watch this so you can feel my pain. But there we are. See that? That is tiny. Very, very detailed. Let's look at the underneath here. Just a little peg hole. By the way, little tank guy is called the Shigcon tank. And then we have the Shigcon jet over here. Alright, also very nicely detailed. And then we have the submachine. You'll see this version here. Again, very detailed. Bandai's very good with getting detail on their stuff here. And also the running mode version. So it's pretty much the same thing, just the running mode. And it's slightly different. Like, they're not identical in the nose piece, but you know, whatever. But here it is. Its flight mode looks pretty cool. Would be nice if something this small actually transformed. But I can deal with that. And I dropped it. It also does have spare hands. It doesn't have like an assortment of hands. It's got these 2 open hands, which is fine. I don't really need 100 hands like they usually come with. Let's take a look at the instruction booklet. It's full color, which is good. It does have a... Oh, look at that. They put a sticker over the Japanese. I'd have preferred like an insert just to keep the this original. But as you can see, they're doing their best efforts to make this available to the US. So if that means having to do that, that's totally fine with me. Anyway, it's got some nice artwork. I love artwork like that. It'd be amazing to have one of these things hanging on your wall like the original artwork. I wonder where they are now. So this shows you pretty much the articulation, shows you the contents. Oh, so it actually has included batteries, which is a big thumbs up for me. But they are for demo purposes only, which means they probably don't last long, which is fine for the review. And then obviously the vehicles can go into the feet, a la Mach Bauern. And it shows you, the rest of the transformation into the base mode. So this one's not motorized like the GD17, which is fine because that thing was just... It wasn't horrible when it worked. And I only got it to work once, but not on video, which sucked. But alright, so let's take a look, see here, and check out the articulation. Alright, so we're going to take a look at the head articulation. On its own, just like this, it just spins. You can't really look up and down, but what you can do is pop the head up. Actually, you should be able to see his eyes, right? Yeah, there we go. There we go. But once you pop the head up, you should be able to slightly look up and down, and then you have a side-to-side movement. Just make sure you got the neck showing, which is a little black area there. Otherwise, just pop it back down. Make sure his eyes are open. As far as articulation, let's see, the shoulders, you can pop them up and down, and it's got a nice detent. I love that. It's like a little ratchet for up and down, and then it's got beautiful, beautiful ratchets for the shoulder. I was like, please have ratchets, because this is the first time I'm touching it. Elbows, I don't think so. Oh, they do have ratchets. I just thought it was a sliding friction thing. So far, yeah, even though you're paying $200, at least, you know, they put the clicks in, which I'm so happy about. There's no waist articulation. That's pretty much due to the way it transforms. Now, when it comes to the feet, you do have to pop this down, sort of, to get some ankle angle. Otherwise, if you want to just leave it straight like an old school Chogokin, you can, which it looks fine that way anyway. The knees, it does have knees. Back and forth here on the waist, and the legs do go forward. They kind of look strange because it's more for transformation. You can see what I mean here. See what I mean? So, yeah, so more of the priority was into the transformation, obviously, because they wanted to look very, very screen accurate. It's a little tough to move this, but there we go. It opens up, and it's like attached to the other side somehow, so that when you pull on one side, both sides open, but you may want to just help it along just to keep that mechanism working. And the legs open. What I found is like pushing down on one side allows you to put your nail in there. For some reason the instructions show you sliding it down to open. I don't know exactly what they mean. but you get the idea. Just open it. Just be careful. It is expensive, and there's no spare parts available. But it's got some nice detail in there. Very nice detail, actually. I want to show you up close. Back to the macro lens. Here we go. Look how nicely painted that is. Those rings are not sloppy. I would love to see how they get these things painted. I'm sure it's like a machine or whatever. Can't imagine that's done by hand, but very cool detail. Gone ahead and opened up the foot. What you do is these little 2 black holes here in the front, just put your nail and pop up, and then you're able to insert the vehicles. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright, get this little guy to go in here, just like so. And then this bad boy here. That's it. And then he's got the articulation here on the arm to bring it out. You just got to be careful. You got to move that a certain way. Is it down or up? Yeah, there you go. It tells you to just be careful up here because it is prone to scratching. Not a lot of space there, so be careful. As far as metal, he is a chunky boy. You got the whole upper chest here. You also have the waist, right? The belt line, and then the legs and feet. Alright guys, I think we're ready for transformation. We'll start off with the head here, push it down. Alright, pretty much done. We're just going to add these little vehicles up here. We're going to just pop them on. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of corny, I'm sure as watching this as a kid, it's a live action show, so I'm sure it looks really awesome. I have seen episodes, I'm not going to lie, I just don't know the whole story to it, but I remember it being really cool. When I first saw it, I was like, oh my god, there's actually like live action robot movies, which blew my mind as a kid. And then I did recognize him from like the boxes that I had seen, in the toy stores, but yeah, so it's got this version here where it carries the little ships, and then you can also bring these wings up. Bring this down, bring these wings up, right, like so, and then bring these out. All right, so that way he can take flight. Okay, so we're back to robot mode. Just show you the accessories. This is not a lot to this robot. You just got to be careful when you pop these off. See how like the wrist is on a hinge? You don't want to just pop it off the wrong way. Try to pop away maybe from the hinge itself. And thank God these are PVC. You don't have to try too hard to get them off, and then just pop the new hand on, which goes on pretty easily. All right. So for the sake of the rest of the review, we're just going to go back to the original fist here. And probably wondering, hey, what happened to that little battery feature? So we're going to add that in. It's got LEDs too, by the way. What we have to do is open this. I actually forgot to put the sides out. Let's do that here. And wow, I can't even get to that back one. There's no little tool to use. So let me try and figure that out first. All right, that's not fun. But yeah, I just have to prop something in there to pull it out. Just be careful because it's nicely painted matte black. And you're going to insert this. First you got to take off this little battery thing, which it's going to make a sound or not. Oh, you got to turn it on. All right, so you first turn it on, it does that. So you can see the LED feature. And this thing's just going to like snap right in there. All right, and then close it. I'm trying to see if there's a way you guys can see this. I can't turn the lights off. You won't be able to see anything. But let's go ahead and give that a shot again here. When I hit the button again, lights up. Then we're going to try this side, the other button. That one just lights up right away. That's pretty much it. Just makes a noise. That's pretty much it, guys. Let me turn the lights back on. I like the figure. I like the design. I like the way it feels. Not sure about the price, but it doesn't feel cheap. So I guess that's a good thing. So if you're paying a lot for something, it's great that it does not feel cheap. So in that respect, it probably, is in line with everything else that's coming out. Everything else is super expensive anyway. But you can think of it this way. 3 of these gets you most of the Blisswave Ultron. So I don't know if you want to consider it that way. Then it might not be worth it. But on its own, I think it's a good figure. Or unless you're a huge fan of Daitetsujin 1-7, and that's actually the way you're supposed to say his name. I'm waiting for you guys to scream at the comments down there. But yeah, I mean, it's nice because I can't fault it with anything. I think it's maybe a little too tight during transformation, but again, that's not a bad thing to have a figure that's tight, you know, instead of having it get loose right away. But yeah, I'm happy with it. It's hopefully going to go next to my other Daitetsujin 1-7s at some point. And yeah, guys, if you have any comments or whatever that you want to leave below, any questions, let us know. And if you got this far, guys, listen, this channel, as you can see, the videos are few and far between. And yeah, it's just the way life goes. But you can definitely support the channel if you want to see some more content. Obviously, supporting me by just watching the videos is a good thing. Liking, sharing, leaving comments. And if you want to support a little more, I do have a Patreon. I do want to thank the few Patreon that I do have. It allows me to buy, you know, supplies for the review here, like the lights that I paid for. It allowed me to get a better computer. So thank you guys. And of course, check out BBTS, because without them, these reviews would be much less than they are now. So thanks to those guys over at BBTS also. And that's it, guys. Take it easy. I'll see you next time.